What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Dark Souls. I think this is a pretty awesome pose. The only thing that you can see in my character right now is just like the very tip of his nose. There's a small amount of light, but the rest is completely shadowed. It's awesome. Anyway, so for this one, we're going to go ahead and go to the lower undead burg. A place which I will admit I'm not a huge fan of, so we'll see how this goes. Now, unfortunately, I was kind of a ding-dong and forgot to do an important thing, which means getting to Lower Undead Burg is going to be harder than it necessarily had to be. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to run through that area with the dragon again and hope not to be burnt to a crisp by the dragon, which is easier said than done, honestly. This shield is just such a tank. We got the Baller shield in the last episode. The Balder shield is its real name, but like, come on now. We all know what it is. Yeah, so we're gonna have to try to run through that area with the dragon. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. Like, I hope it goes well. I have some hope for a successful journey, but not a lot. Because I've been burnt to a crisp by that dragon before, and it's not fun. So we'll just go this way. We will have a Baller Knight, another one, come after us, so I'm gonna like make sure to take a break. This guy always comes after you unless you like walk really slowly and try to be quiet. But otherwise, he will come after you and you can get stabbed in the back very easily by him. I've had it happen to me. It happens, so. Titanite Shard. Nice. I was gonna cry if we got another like side sword because they're supposed to be like super rare. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I haven't even killed the boar yet, so it probably would be a good idea to do that. Let's just roast this guy in the behind. Oh wow, completely whiffed on that one. There we go. Suck fireball. I don't know if the fireball can reach all the way up there. It doesn't look like it can. So unfortunately we have these guys aggressive on us now and like really no way to kill them. I'm gonna try to just... This is such a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a horrible idea. I guess I'll just try to aggro the boar and then just run. Yeah. Alright, he's gonna come for me. So what you want to do with this boar is get behind him, which is easier said than done because there's a pretty small window. You can stab him in the butt, but there is a small window for doing so. Like, you have to be exactly behind him. Apparently that wasn't exactly behind him enough. Oh, man. I really wish I dealt with this boar earlier. It would have made this part so much easier. Come on, stop moving! That wasn't behind him enough? Alright, I'm trying to backstab this boar, but it's just... It ain't working. I think there's a fairly decent chance that we're just gonna die. Because I can't backstab this boar and I have all the archers coming at me as well. Alright, the boar shouldn't be able to run up here, so I'll have a brief moment of respite. Unless the boar can come up here. Oh, no, he's stuck. Alright, well, this is how you deal with the boar. Easy mode, I guess. Get over here. Look, see? I'm out in the open. I'm unprotected. Come on, boar. Oh, that was close. Alright, so this is not the way that you're supposed to deal with the boar. I don't know if there really is a way that you're supposed to deal with him. Like, you can kill him however you want to, but... Yeah, okay, well, I tried to stab him in the butt, which is his unprotected area, but... I don't know, I don't know. I've had a hard time, like, getting backstabs in this game for whatever reason. I just don't find them very easy to get all the time. With some weapons, it's definitely easier than others, that's for sure. And the Baller Side Sword looks like one of those weapons that isn't amazing for backstabbing. But it could just be me as well. Alright. Let's stab him. So we will be able to make life easier for ourselves here. Well, first of all, rest of this bonfire. Like, just in case a really unfortunate death happens, we'll respawn back there. Which is a comforting feeling. And then we'll head down this area in a second. Luckily that boar doesn't respond, so if you have to run through the area between here and the undead parish again, you won't have a boar coming after you. Or maybe you will, I don't know, but you shouldn't as long as you killed it. This is not looking good. Alright, so these rats can be annoying and they will poison you, but since we have 5 humanity, it does take a while for the poison to take effect, which is great. So we can climb down here, and this isn't really the way that you're supposed to go. I don't know if I've ever seen someone like take this way. Let's see if we can kick him off the edge. Yeah, we can. That was awesome. I love doing that. There we go. Put an end to his life. So this is like the alternative way to come through the... what do you call it? This way, basically. Yeah, so we'll kick the ladder down. This actually leads back to Undead Burg. So if you wanted to go back to Undead Burg for whatever reason, you can just climb down this ladder here, and there you go. So typically, you would see the dragon on the bridge, and you'd come down here, and this is where you can like hide from the dragon and cry and suck your thumb. Alright, dragon comes out. We're gonna wait for the fire to dissipate. I guess I didn't wait for it to dissipate quite enough. It didn't do its full dissipation. We'll wait for the fire to completely be gone this time. It's completely gone. Alright, and then just make a run for it. And normally, you get hit by the fire like once, but maybe we won't be hit by it at all, and we'll just be able to make it to the lower Undead Burg. Okay, awesome. And down we go into lower Undead Burg, which is like Undead Burg, but it's closer to sea level. Maybe even below sea level, I don't know. So luckily there's a shortcut that you can open to this place right away, so you don't have to run through that hellfire and brimstone spewed forth by the dragon. We can just open up this ivy-covered door. And then in the future, if we were to die in Lower Undead Burg or something like that, we can just run through this area again. And, you know, be relatively safe, which is great. Might even want to rest at that bonfire, but I don't know. I think we can risk it. There's another shortcut to open, so I'll probably rest at a bonfire after the second shortcut. Or, heck, we could even just straight up go for the boss. The main problem with this boss is, I'm going to try my best not to die, obviously, but if you die multiple times, I could be losing 5 humanity. And that would suck. So I'm going to, I don't know, try not to die, I guess? That's really our only hope here. Okay, no more dogs? Yeah, there's only 3 there. Now, we still have that residence key that we purchased off the undead merchant. What we're going to use that for is... Oh, there's someone in this building.
Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door.
Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
He seems really depressed. So we're going to go ahead and open up and say, hey, buddy.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me.
How did you get locked in here?
I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, the sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
Cool. So what is up with this guy is he will return to Firelink Shrine and you can buy items from him. And I'm actually going to be doing that. I'm going to be purchasing an item from him, which is, in my opinion, going to help out a lot against this next boss. But we'll get to that. Remember, I talked a little bit about buffs, I think, and kind of like how I plan on building this character. I'm mostly going to be just like do melee only, but use some magic abilities, mostly just to buff myself, make myself stronger in combat. One of those abilities, if you want to call it that, is purchasable from that guy, Griggs. So here we get twin humanities, which kind of does what you would assume it does. It gives you 2 humanities if you use it instead of just 1. It's also full healing, like all humanity items. So that's cool. Alright, here's a trick. You can stab these doors, and the doors are alive. Who'da thunk it, right? The doors are alive. They're actually not, but the gentlemen behind the doors are in fact alive, and they're just gonna immediately ask this, really? I didn't stab you for no reason. There we go, nice. Alright, I took a hit there, but man, I love the stab attack from this sword. I can tell why people really like it. There's another sword in here, the Mailbreaker. It's one of the worst swords in the game. So I wouldn't really recommend to anyone to use it, but it's there. I've heard it said before that like the Mailbreaker is just a counter of like which game you're on, because every single time you finish a game you can immediately start another playthrough if you want. So like how many Mailbreakers, that's an easy way to you have in your inventory, is an easy way to determine like which game you're on. Oh, I'm a fool. I fell for his parry animation. When he's like in that stance right there, that means he's gonna parry you if you stab at him. I really wish my sword one-hit these guys, and it almost does, but it just doesn't quite do it. Oh, there we go. The reason why that did more damage and it actually one-hit him is because I countered him. And what that is like when they take a swing at you, if you hit them like during their swing or while they're recovering from their swing, so while he's still like bringing his arm back into like sword position, I guess, whatever that's even supposed to mean. If you hit him during that time, you get some extra damage, which is nice. Alright, so this is the boss here, the infamous Capra demon. And one thing we could actually do, I'm not going to do it, although believe you me, I really want to, is one thing you can do is you can pull out a bow, any bow, it doesn't really matter, you're not going to use it to fire. Oh, I have my bow in the wrong hand. Well, anyway, you would aim with the bow and you would aim up at these battlements, and then what you can do is just while you're have your character pointed in the right direction, you can just huck fire bombs over the top of this structure here, and they'll actually hit the Capra demon. He's in there. He's spawned. The Capra demon is walking around in there. He's not going to come out until you open up the fog, but he's in there. So what you can do is, yeah, just kill him that way. It's really easy. You don't even have to fight the Capra demon. And I'll admit, I've done it before. I've said, screw it, I don't want to deal with this boss before, especially if you're not a mage. Capra demon's easier to kill if you are, you know, a magic user. But if you're not, you can just cheese him. We're going to fight him the real way, of course. But I just wanted to show that. So now we make the long trek back to Firelink Shrine. It's not actually that long because there's a shortcut we're about to open, because there are always shortcuts in Dark Souls, which is kind of what makes a game awesome. If you don't unlock fast travel right away, you have to have shortcuts, otherwise it would be a huge pain to get anywhere. There's another merchant here. This is the female undead merchant. I don't know if her and the male undead merchant have a thing going on, but I wouldn't be surprised. She sells homeward bones, and that's the main reason I shop at her, and that's the main reason I'm not going to kill her right now. That and just, I don't know, kind heart, I guess. But yeah, you can kill her, and she probably drops, I don't know what she drops, but she probably drops stuff. So now we go back to Firelink Shrine and just open up that really convenient gate. And that helps so much for getting back to Firelink Shrine, and especially if you're dying multiple times versus this boss. You get to rest at the Firelink Shrine bonfire, which isn't all that important because the reason why Capra Demon is hard is not because you don't have enough Estus to survive through the fight, but we'll see why he's hard. He's hard for a very short amount of time, basically. Can we kick him off? Oh, not quite. I don't want to kick because I'm like afraid I'll fall off the edge after him, because your character moves forward like quite a bit with a kick. There we go. Alright, so Griggs should be here since we free him from his cell. And there he is.
Oh, at least
You want to sell me some stuff?
you will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
By materials, he means money!
I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's get started straight away.
Alright, let's do this. So the only spell that I'm interested in is this one, Magic Weapon. I'm also interested in a ring, the Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. We'll probably be getting this eventually, but this extends the length of your sorcery effects by like, I want to say 50%-ish? It's around 50%, I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah. A lot of like the magic weapons and stuff, because there's multiple types of them, but a lot of them will last for a minute, and then with roughly, and then with the Lingering Dragon Crest Ring, they roughly last for a minute 50. So now what we can do is we can apply a buff to our sword, and it'll do extra magic damage. How much? I don't know. It's like, it's a decent amount though, so it's gonna help us. Help us out a little bit. And, you know, since there's a chance we'll die on the Capra Demon, I'm going to go ahead and level up. Maybe not. I don't have enough souls. I'm not going to level up. We'll get some souls after beating the Capra Demon. We'll be able to level up then. One thing I've never done is, like, beaten the game as Hollow the entire time. That'd be kind of interesting. I don't think I'm going to try doing that, because there are a couple bosses I'd really appreciate being able to use an NPC summon for, but it would be interesting to try sometime. So 310 damage with that stab. And, of course, before we had the magic weapon on our weapon, it was, what, like 250-ish? So, yeah. It's about 60 more damage, it looks like, at least against these enemies. How much damage it helps, or it gives you extra, depends on, like, a lot of factors. I think it depends on, like, your intelligence and how good the enemy's defense is against magic and a lot of stuff. It's complicated. Alright, now to make the run back to Capra Demon. Hopefully get this done first try. The boss is just, it has a couple dogs that are like really fast, jump around, avoid your attacks, hit you a lot, stun you a lot, and then the boss himself does a lot of damage. The boss himself isn't really that difficult, it's more getting his dogs dead, and once the dogs are dead it becomes a pretty easy fight, but getting them dead is trickier than it might initially sound. You get stabbed. It'd be nice to have a little bit more like damage in some way, because look how little damage they have left. You know, one stab and they only have like a tiny sliver of their health bar left. It'd be nice to one-hit these guys basically, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Alright, here goes attempt number 1 at the Capra Demon. And again, I'm not like truly amazing at fighting this boss, so I hope it goes well, but that remains to be seen. I'll go ahead and put the magic weapon on our magical weapon, and let's do this thing. So step number 1 with the Capra Demon is getting up here and hope the dogs follow you and that Capra Demon does not. You want the dogs up here so you can kill them. You want Capra Demon not up here. It looks like Capra Demon is trapping his dogs in. We need him to fall. Please fall off the edge. Be a gentleman. Is this not going to happen? Oh gosh. There we go. Alright, Capra Demon has fallen. And we can put an end to the dogs pretty quickly. So now Capra Demon is down here, right? So what we can do is fall on him and just completely destroy him, which is awesome, right? Now you can fight him toe-to-toe if you want to. It's not really that difficult. He does take like these long, wind-up, sweeping attacks, which are really, you know, telegraphed and easy to dodge. Or if you want to do it a little bit faster, you can come up here. He'll fall down again after a while. Buff up my weapon again, of course, because this buff doesn't last very long. That's why we want to get this Lingering Dragon Crest ring. And if I could target him, there we go. I'll wait for him to swing, so I'm not... Just do leaping attacks. And it looks like it's going to take 4 leaping attacks to take out the Capra Demon. So this is how I kill him with melee. And if you want to kill him with magic, it's like ridiculously easy. You just stand up here. Alright, he's coming up the stairs again. Which is kind of dumb because he always does like that attack and falls off the stairs. Alright, so this guy's almost dead. Oh, I got a little bit too greedy there. Like one more stab and he should be done for. There we go. Okay, so that didn't look very hard, and truthfully I can tell you that these 2 dogs, if you don't deal with them, what they'll do is they'll like hem you into corners so you get stuck, and that's how you die on this boss, basically, is the dogs trap you into corners. But if you can kill them, and that went pretty well, if you can kill them quickly like we did, then it's not too bad. Alright, so from this point on, the next area is the depths. And I'm not really looking forward to the depths, but it needs to be done, right? So, through this door is the depths, and oh boy, this will be an adventure. The depths are, you know, kind of a pain. But, we'll do that next time. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time in the depths, and a lot of struggling will probably happen. But hopefully we'll get through the depths quick and easy like we've done with every single area of this game so far. So yeah, till then, have a good one.